Okay, good morning. So today's a bit of a special day. Excuse me nose. Today's a bit of a special day. We've got some stuff going on this weekend, bit of a challenge. Some of you may remember about 12 months ago there was a video done on the back garden, what we was going to do and how we was going to do it. Pretty much a large chunk of it's been done. Obviously a lot of it's still work in progress, as you can see up there. Obviously there's some bits and pieces that need to be done up there. We had some Housefield come down about 12 months ago. Made him a promise that we'd build him a pond. Obviously a lot of water's gone under the bridge, and got to the stage where I think he got a little bit despondent. So me and my main man Dazza had a bit of a conversation, and we turned around and said, Sam, you get this equipment and you get this, order this stuff, and we'll come and build you a pond, and we'll do it in 24 hours. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. At the moment I'm chilling out, getting ready. I'm going to start loading up in a minute. Dazza's going to be here about 9 o'clock. We're going to travel up to Carlisle, have a bit of something to eat, fuel up, or refuel up should I say. Then we're going to go on a ferry, and then we're going to the Isle of Arran. Today's Friday. It is, just bear with me a second, it is Friday the 29th of July. So this is in real time. So hopefully this video will go out probably next week. To be fair, there's this is pretty much the reason why there's been no video last couple of weeks, is because obviously this has all been in preparation, all in planned. So yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the Isle of Arran. We're going to build him a pond out of sleepers. A digger's already all been organised, and basically what's going to happen is frame's going to be put in. As per one of the videos I've already done, I think it was around the QT tank. So a frame's going to be built out of sleepers, then a digger's going to come in and he's going to dig down 1 metre. The reason for that is obviously because of the bulge effect, which I've already discussed previously on previous videos. So that dig is supposed to be going in today at about 9 o'clock. Shouldn't take you no more than a few hours, I would have thought, by which time we will get there for about 6 o'clock. Bearing in mind at the moment it is currently 5 to 7, something like that. It's going to take me about an hour and a half to load up, and then once we've got all that done, straight up there. Plan is to drive up today, chill out this evening, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, which will be Saturday the 30th. We're going to throw a pond together. All the equipment is currently in the workshop, ready for me to take up there. He's going to be having a 16 foot by 8 foot by 6 foot deep pond. Yeah, it's going to be quite big. And 3 foot of it will go down into the soil, and 3 foot will be built up, which will be 4 layers of sleepers, and they'll be on their end. So the 16 foot will be, as has previously been described on QT tank video. So the way that we'll do that is it'll be 2 8s will be the first layer. So you'll have 2 8s, an 8, 2 8s and an 8. The second layer will be 2 4s and an 8 in the middle, 8 either side, and the same the opposite side. And then the next layer on top of that will be 2 8s, and then the layer on top of that will be 2 4s and an 8 in the middle, and that will create a brick effect. And what that will do then, when all the screws and all the brackets have gone in, that will give a really strong structure. There is going to be a liner that's going to be going in there, and there's going to be underlay that will go inside as well. So we've worked out roughly that the pond will be around 12,000 litres, give or take a little bit. Obviously once we've done the proper calculations and everything else, then obviously we'll give you the full detail. So, very, very serious now. This pond's got to be built in 24 hours. That's going to include filling of the water. And then we need to be back on a ferry on Sunday morning or 11 o'clock. So, hell of a challenge. It's going to be a good journey. By the end of this, Sam's going to have a pond. Me and Dazza are going to hopefully then hold the record for building a pond really, really quickly. Sam's already ordered some fish from Rob Walker. He's got an absolutely fantastic jag coming from, I think it's pronounced Marisai. Absolutely fantastic fish to die for. We're also organising him some fish here as well. So the next time that he comes down, he'll be taking some fish back with him. So hopefully. So we said we'd do it, Sam. See you soon. So some of the equipment that's going with us is that boy. That'll be used to cut up the sleepers. Obviously we've got a box here. In that box we've got a load of tools, equipment. I don't need to tell you what the name of them are. All I'll tell you is they came from Lidl and were $29.99. Oh look. Load of brackets. So I've got all the brackets. In there is a load of screws. In here is some more tools. That is the liner. All that up there is the underlay. I'm going to check that in case of emergencies. And then that's going to be going in to protect everything. We're also taking 2 boxes up there ready to take some additional equipment up there. So, I'm going to start loading this lot up and I'll talk to you in a bit. So, jealous of the ponds that we've seen over the last couple of days. I said that I'd make you one. So, here's your new pond. What you don't know is that's going to be the design for your pond that's going to take place at your place sometime this year. So, everything is to scale, so it's 1/50th scale. So these are actually sleepers, 8x4 sleepers to scale. So you can see, so in the event of us not being able to get down to you can literally take each section apart and go, that's how that fits. So you can see, based on this, it's exactly the same as the design I've got on my pond, so they're all interlocked into each other. Okay, and the 3x3 posts to give you your strength, and then your roof. Think of that then?
Awesome. Yes. When you pulled it out, disbelief, because it's exactly what I want, and to see it scaled down and I can look at it, build it part of the way I want, see how things work. Yeah, it's incredible. So thank you very much.
We can actually do one better than that. So what we can do is we can also supply you with your very own liner.
Look
at that.
So what you can do is get some fry from Jack on the way back, and obviously then you can install your liner. You can then put a trim round it, you can put the water in it, put your fish in there, and then you can do it to scale, so you can sit it outside. Don't forget, obviously your small fry are going to be 1/50th of the scale of what you want. So if you're looking at realistically in there, I'll give you exactly what you want. Now, I don't know what I'm doing, we're a log plane, and that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, that's all yours to take back with you.
Thank you very much.
There you
Got
go.
your liner for your pond. Okay, and we'll come and see you. It's going to be towards the end of the year, mate.
End of the year, yeah. It's towards the end of the year.
And it's going to look pretty much like that.
Awesome. Let's head down to the bottom end of the garden and we'll show you the rest.
Okay, so I'm with the boss. So we're on a road trip now to the Isle of Arran. So we've got about 6 hours in front of us. Hopefully the next time you see us, we'll be on a ferry, watching some water going past. Is it called sea? What's it called up in Scotland? Water.
I don't know, I don't speak the language.
Neither do I. It's probably an Irish thing. But anyway, we'll catch you in a bit. So, we're on the ferry, on the way to the Isle of Arran.
Just made it. Barely.
And we've just found out that Daz doesn't really like heights. And if you look, because it's a bit weird. Probably get seasick in about 10 minutes, knowing everything.
No, I don't get seasick, I just don't do heights.
What was the trip like?
Great, yeah,
I
lovely.
think I'm a little bit dodgy when it comes to driving and in long distances. Anyway, we'll get back to you in a bit, hopefully when we're on the Isle of Arran.
Yeah.
And hopefully we're going to surprise Sam, because I still don't think he thinks we're coming. So it's going to be a bit of a surprise. I'll catch you later. So we're about 10 minutes in now before we start to dock. This will be the start of the punt build. Okay, so good morning. Initial hole was dug yesterday. Ain't too bad. Had quite a bit of rain. Frame was put in so we could actually dig around the frame to get an understanding of where it needed to be to prevent the bulge effect. So I'll quickly show you where we are at the moment. So that's how we are at the moment. So obviously these ain't secured in. These are just in temporary. These will all be sorted today. There's a bit of fettling that's got to come out this end here, and then obviously we've got to drain it out, get some sand in the bottom of it. Yeah, 4 layers of sleepers, so there'll be 4 layers of sleepers coming up and they'll be secured. So what we'll do then is some carpet will go inside that way and then this way, all the way across. And then what we'll do then is there'll be an underlay that will go in. Again, that'll run the same way, and then a liner will go into the top of it then. That'll be secured down. And yeah, so it's currently 7:32 on Saturday morning, which is the 30th. So we're going to try and get this done today. Back on a ferry tomorrow, no later than 11 o'clock. That's the challenge. So catch you later. Right, so we're probably about 20 minutes in now. So quickly show you where we are. Daz is there burning away like he's dynamo bunny as he usually is. We've got Sam here. So obviously what we've done so far, we've put the initial holes in each corner over there in the 2 areas. And what we're going to do now is we're going to set up these sleepers. Now, the screws that we're going to be using are going to be these, which are 250s stroke 300 turbo flex. As you can see, with the screw fully in, it ain't long enough. So, as you've seen in a couple of videos previously which I've done, we're going to use this bad boy. So, and the idea with this is we're going to mark it using standard part mark pen. We're going to go in about halfway. We're then going to use the extension bar, which will have a socket on the end of it, and then what we'll do then is that screw will physically sit there like that. And that's how we're going to be doing it. So across these there'll be approximately 6 screws, 2 in each end. So I'll set this up and I'll show you how I'm going to do it. So obviously these sleepers are quite wet, so what you're doing is you're literally feeding it through. No rush, you've got plenty of time. change the battery, I'll just put a bigger battery in.
Do you want me to take this one off?
Yeah, I've got a second charger, that should be fine. So let's put a bigger battery in so we can go in a bit harder. So we just come down to the green line. Obviously, like I said, because the sleepers are quite wet because they've had some rain in them, it's quite difficult to get through. It's not that much of an issue. Because once we got through, I'm literally now, I don't know, 5 mil, maybe a little bit more than that, to get the rest of it out. So, and it's as simple as that. So what'll happen then is obviously there's about 25 of these holes got to go in. We'll be putting these screws in then, and that screw will go inside there. The reason why the diameter of that hole is so big is so when we stick the socket in, so when we stick the socket in the hole, we ain't going to have any issues floating around. So I'll start drilling all these and then we'll get back to you in a bit. Tell me you're ready.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got to cut up 8 at 4 foot to give us the brick effect. So I'm going to cut these up at 1.2. Usually one of the biggest beasts I've ever seen. So basically line it up like we would do with a standard saw. Quite simple. That's how you cut sleeper in half, using a lumberjack saw. So, nice easy win. As far back as you can. Go on, keep going. That's it. That's it. Now keep going down. Drop down and come forward. One more. That's it. You should be able to pull the two away. Should be able to pull the sleeper away from it now. There you go. That's how you do it. Okay, so we managed to get the main bits done now. There's carpeting underneath the sleepers. And that's obviously, if there's any stones or anything underneath, just securing it down that side now and across the length of it. Sure, you happy about it?
I go along with anything.
That's what it's all about. So we'll get back to you in a bit. So the initial area now is all level, so it's just a matter of smashing in the rebar in the corners. Sand that can kill grizzlies is here now. That's it. Get the next one in. So get this one in.
Still missing one, aren't they?
Sticking in that far corner. Right, so it's just a matter now sitting the slippers on top of each other. So, as you can see, we've got the third layer on. There's another layer going to be going on top of it. As we discussed previously, that there's a 4, that's an 8, and that's a 4, and then we've got 2 8s, and then we've got again a 4, an 8 and a 4. So we've done it as a brick effect, and we've done the same on the other side as well. So obviously there's some carpets gone in the bottom, that'll have an underlay on it as well. And as you can see, the 8 will be sitting in there as well. So get back to you in a bit. So we've got the third layer in with 1 layer to go back on, and then it's going to be fitting the underlay. So get back to you in a couple of minutes. So I've just come out for a couple of seconds now, just putting the underlay in. So I'll just quickly show you. So as you can see, underlay's going in. We've got managed to get all this stapled in, and obviously we'll be filling in all the corners and all the sides in a minute. It is currently, just bear with me a second, it's currently 11:56, so we're doing pretty well at the moment. So we're still on target. Catch you in a bit. So as you can see now, it's pulling in, and it's starting to fill up now. So what'll happen is, as it goes in, it'll start pushing against the sides. Well, it'll just be a matter of tidying up the centre in a minute. I'll get back to you in a bit. So as you can see, water's going in now. So idea of it now is to put the liner in the centre, fill it full of water, and then basically allow it to push itself out. So it's going to take a few hours now, I would have thought. So we've got a long way to go. As you can see, that's the step. Idea of the step is in the winter. Over there, stick the pump. So in the event of any issues, still got all that water that's at the bottom. But bearing in mind that the bottom of that is just under 1 metre deep, and it's just over 14 foot long, give or take a little bit. So that alone will have a substantial amount of water in it. So obviously all that will push in, and then all we do then is literally fold all the corners, all the edges together. As you can see, Daz has folded all the corners in down the bottom, quite reasonable. The water then will obviously push against it. Just to give you a time check, so it's currently what's that time saying, 12:43. It's currently 1:45, and we're still doing really well. What's going to take the time now is obviously going to be filling it up. I'm predicting about 10 hours, so we'll see what happens. So catch you back in a bit. Okay, so tell us the story about why you wanted the pond and what it was all about.
So I've always sort of been into fish, and I think from a young age we've always had a pond wherever we've been. So I've just always been used to having the sound of water in the garden and all that sort of thing. When we moved up here, it's probably about, we only gave it about 2 years after moving here, in 2006. And we started building a pond. So me and my dad, who is no longer with us, we built that, and it was a great pond. It served what it did, but you know, it gave in about 3 years ago. All the fish gone, everything. So I think sort of, because it was only me looking after the pond, I wasn't at the sort of age to know what I was doing and look after it. So I've not had a pond for the last few years. So I mean, every time I see these guys, I'm saying, I just wish I had a pond. I wish I had a pond. How many times have I said that to you?
It's quite a few times.
Quite a few. I probably get quite annoying. But
no, to be fair, I mean, the main thing is, and it's mainly about friendships and it's about keeping promises. What a lot of people don't understand, especially now in the generations that are on now, is it's about loyalty and about what it's all about. So obviously myself and Dazza, we're all the old school side. So when we say we're going to do something, okay, admittedly we don't do it straight away, but when we say we do something, we're going to do something. So obviously we give you very little notice when we come to go do this. Little notice,
yep.
To be in fact.
You did.
We had the conversation less than a week ago with Dazza, and he turned around and said, come on, let's make this happen. Daz had got fair play to him, he got some spare time. And as usual, me and Daz are bounce off each other anyway. So it was like, we'd be crazy not to do this. So, challenge is on, mate. I mean, obviously we've got about, well, I've got just over 24 hours left to do.
Yep.
And then obviously the plan then is to get back on a ferry 11 o'clock tomorrow, get our Dazza back, hopefully with a pond built completely for you. The only thing that will be left to do is obviously putting some something on the top of it, but all the liner and all the water will be in place, and then obviously be able to get the filtration done.
Yep.
At the moment I'm quite optimistic, but there's a lot of things that can happen between now and the full fill up. We could have some issues, but I'm quietly confident in being able to do this, and it will be a fantastic challenge. Anybody that's out there that's interested in us coming up with some projects so that you can learn, so if there's anything you want to learn how to do, give us a shout in the comments on the bottom, and between us we'll try and see if we can put something together to basically show you the basic way to do it, how we do it. But yeah, we'll catch you in a few hours. Yeah, we're going to have something to drink at the moment because it's rather warm, so catch you in a bit. So now while we're waiting for the pond to fill up, which is going to take hours, we're going to have a little bit of fun. So we are. So I'm sure you can guess what we're going to be up to. A bit of mackerel fishing and a bit of going out on a bit of a boat for a nice little chill out while we're waiting for it to fill up. So I'll catch you back in a bit. So they've gone into the sea bait shop to go and get some bait to go out fishing. Obviously fishing ain't my kind of thing, to be fair, but I am going with the Brummy plumber to go and see some hops and some water and some yeast in a glass. So while they're out fishing, we're going to be looking at that. So just to let you know, so obviously you can see the price is absolutely phenomenal. So anybody that wants to change the scenery, Isle of Arran's a place to come. So going out now, so Sam's going to be getting his riv out, which I believe is an inflatable boat. So basically what we'll do is we'll catch you later. Ain't bad when we're waiting for a pond to be filled full of water. So catch you in a bit. So is this one yours then? Ooh. So it looks like I'm the only one that's ever dressed for this. So I'm going to, I think I'm going to leave these to get on with it. Just to be on the safe side. Okay. Have fun. To be fair, one of the things that scares me quite a lot, which is mad, is boats and water. So, which is mad, but it is what it is. So we'll leave those guys to it. So we'll watch them as they're going out. Catch them back in a bit. So while they're out on the boat, me and the Brummy plumber, we're sitting here having a bit of the old amber nectar. So hops, brown sugar, the usual stuff. So catch them a bit. So battery's quite low on the phone, but it doesn't really matter. We are 7 hours, give or take a little bit.
Well, it's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, so 7 hours.
Started filling 7 hours.
He's got a GoPro on that fish.
So that's what we got. We got a sacrificial fish in there to kick in the filter. We have to call it sacrificial because we have to be politically correct. But as you can see, it's a fantastic job. We said we'd do the promise, and big thanks to the main man over here, who's the boss, because without him we wouldn't got this done. It was a team effort, but you're the main part of the team, so you're the man that can, and I'll always say that. And that's the sacrificial fish that's going round. and he's thinking, what have I just moved into?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
He's Scottish though.
You'll tell I've been out and had a drink.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Okay.
Me and the Brummy plumber, we've been and had a bit to drink.
Terrorising the locals.
So we'll cut it off at this, save any money, but
6-4.
so guys, on a really dodgy scale of 1 to 10, with the pond being built and the amount of work, calm down, the amount of work that's been involved. So out of 10, how are you going to rate it?
Well, you said out of 10 to dodgy, or did you not?
No, 10 being absolutely outstanding, 1 being we need to start again.
9.8 because it was a bit dodgy.
8.8!
9.8.
8.8!
9.5.
9.5!
9.8.
9.8! Anybody on advance on 9.8? He's going for 10! We've got it done! At the end of the day, did we say we was going to do it?
Yes!
And did we do it?
9.8.
You tart! You Irish tart, you! Okay, I'm good with that. So obviously we've got a bit more to go in there now. There ain't much more to go in. But let's look at the time, do a time check. So time check is 8 minutes past 7. So we reckon about another 3 hours to get this in. To be honest with you, it's been a fantastic experience. I think for both me and Dazza, it's been a fantastic journey, and that's what it's all about. So we had some cracking time, didn't we, on the way up here? Had some fun in Arran. Me and the Brummy plumber, we've had a bit to drink, and we've enjoyed ourselves. But let's take it through to the next time. So fantastic. All be safe. See you soon. See? Yeah. So now it's 2 minutes to 10, and I think it's time to say, job done.
Yeah, nearly full.
You reckon, mate?
Nearly there.
I'll tell you what, mate, it's come
I
off really
reckon
well,
another
isn't it?
6 inches.
Yeah, to be fair, I would agree with you. And to be fair, a bit of fettling tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll let them do a bit of fettling tomorrow, because me and you, we're going on the ferry at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Job done.
Yes.
So bearing in mind, we started on Friday with nothing here. And now we have a rather large pond. So put it into realistic context, because you can have them on a widescreen. So I'm walking down, you'll have to excuse how I'm walking, because I am absolutely cabbaged. That is the finished article. Now obviously it's got to be capped, so cap's got to go on to the top of it. Filtration's got to go in. It's actually 6 foot deep, so it's 16 foot long, 8 foot wide, 6 foot deep. There is a step all the way around. A lot of people will question the reason for the step, and I'm going to make it very, very simple. If somebody falls in, they've got the ability to get back out by using that step. Simple as that, nothing else. But yeah, so I'm glad you've enjoyed this. I hope you've enjoyed this this footage. So basically, our final closing statement tomorrow will be on the ferry on the way back. Obviously in a headwind. But again, I hope you've enjoyed this kind of content. It's been a fantastic journey for us. Sammy is well happy, and so is the rest of his family. So we did what we said we was going to do. We made that promise, and we kept that promise. Quite plain and simple. So hopefully catch you on the ferry tomorrow. Okay, so we're on our way back now. So going back on the ferry now. So okay, my fingers are in the way. Let's bring my main man in. So come on then, mate. It's been a busy weekend, isn't it?
It has, yeah. It's been good fun though.
Has it?
Thoroughly enjoyed it, yeah.
So what do you reckon with the oars?
Definitely doing the sleepers. Yeah, really enjoyed doing the sleepers. And nice little fishing trip.
Well, that fishing trip was pretty awesome as well, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. Caught quite a few different species.
Obviously what's quite embarrassing is the Mad Dog bottled it. Well, that's just one of those things. But
Captain Pugwash.
Yeah, but Captain Pugwash. Sounds about right, actually. So To be honest with you, obviously it's been a good run.
We've had good weather as well, haven't we?
Yeah, we've had good weather as well. I think what was more important than everything as well is, and we keep discussing it, we kept our promise.
Yeah.
That was what it was all about at the end of the day.
Yeah, job done.
So it's got a fantastic pond. We reckon what, 14,000 litres?
Yeah.
So it's about 14,000 litres a pond. Yeah, it's a good job. I'll just pull out a little bit. I'm sure I'll get my fingers stuck as we usually do. So I'll just pull out a little bit. So obviously, this is the end of it now. It is 25 past 9 on Sunday, 31st.
Yeah.
31st. Yep, Sunday the 31st. So that's to give you a time check as well, so you know that we actually did it in 24 hours.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, mate,
We easily did it.
we got it sorted, didn't we, mate?
We did.
And that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed the content. I hope you've enjoyed what we've done. I hope it's inspired you to give you a bit of understanding to build your own. Because quite literally, you can build yourself a pond in 24 hours because we did. Okay? Stay safe. Have a good one. We'll catch you on the next one. Catch you later.
It is.